Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man, and today our project is to not blow away because it is extremely windy and kind of cold again. I don't know why nature is deciding to do this to me, but anyway, we got stuff to do. So our second project is going to be to rebuild this seat on my late styled 770, and the main point of this is I need this seat and adjuster for the 880. So I'm going to take this off. We're going to rebuild this frame. I've got two adjusters here. We'll find the better of the two or whatever, put it on there. And I've got the deluxe style seat, which is a cushion seat, and we're going to put that on here to make this more better. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get started. All right, project number one is going to be to get the seat taken off of here. And there are, cleverly enough, if you do it right, 4 holes that correspond with the 4 bolts in this plate, or the seat frame itself. The suspension is the word I'm trying to use. And so hopefully this will all go good. This is, I put this on here. This tractor, I don't remember what it had on it. I want to say that it had a Fleetline style seat on it, the whole works, and I put this whole seat frame on it, but I can't remember that for certain. But I know I've had this off of here because I'm thinking that this suspension didn't have anything on it, maybe? I don't remember, but all I know is the rubbers are sacked out, and it's not good when your rubbers are sacked out, so we're gonna fix it. I also see that one tire on this tractor is going flat, so that's handy. We will have to address that too before we build a fence with it, which is what we need to do one day too. That's one of this thing's main jobs here, is fence building. So I was thinking, and I guess I'm wrong, that's why it's taking so long. I was thinking that the thing was threaded, but it's not. It's got nuts on the underneath. So I probably should grab a wrench instead of just sitting here spinning these around and around all day, because that ain't gonna work very good. Well, you can't really get in if you have fat meat hooks like I do. Yep, see, there you go. That one's goodbye, goodbye. Have a nice trip. It was fun while it lasted. There goes that. See ya. All right, I don't feel like bending down to pick stuff up, so telescoping magnet time. That one's loose now, so we're down to these 2. Can we get there? Maybe. Come on. Yep. That. Well, that's good. I did feel it hit my shoe though, so it should be close by. I really hope you can hear it because it is super windy and it's kind of annoying. I'm thinking that we are going to take this right over and put it on the 880 instead of having this sit around and then go back and forth and round and whatnot. So I mean, that seems like the thing to do. So maybe we should go investigate the 880 and see if it in fact will just go right on there without any modification, because it's got a rigid pan seat on, and I don't know what they've done, if they've used existing holes or made new holes or we better find out before we cause us a lot of trouble. Oh, 880. We're getting closer to having something useful. I did put on extra pieces. I can show you footage of that affair the other day. So this footage will probably be thrown in a video later, but I got some parts today for the old 880, and I thought I'd dress her up a little bit. And of course, it turned into an ordeal, getting all the old bolts out and taking the grill and screen off, and then finding this was mashed in. So at some point we will make that much more better, but for now, I think I'm gonna just leave it as good as I got it. It's much, much better than it was. It was, I don't know, it was all wrinkled with a bunch of, I don't know, somebody gave it a real hard hit in here somehow. But I think I got it good enough that everything will go back together. Then we can do it later. But here you can see the power steering unit and how this is notched out. And I'm going back and forth between wondering if some of this was factory and some of this was homemade notching. The two sides look much cut different, but they're such nice rounded holes that I'm not sure. I'd have to look at another tractor to figure out. I don't remember on these if they had 2 square holes in the plate maybe, and then somebody just filled in the lines, but I don't know. So I'm pretty sure that this was added to this tractor, is what I'm saying. See, because these would have had the whatchamacallit, the old style steering unit with the shaft power steering, you know, so like the 1800A and that. So this obviously was converted, but that's good because, you know, it might have been a dealer conversion for all I know. The dealer could have done that. So, but anyway, we're gonna stick this back together and we'll operate on the sheet metal at a later time. But I thought the best way to keep this from getting crunched somewhere was just to go ahead and slap it right on. So we got her done. All right, what have we done here? Well, somebody's put in new rubbers, so that's handy. And it looks like maybe there's a chance that, no, they did drill 2 new holes, but that's okay. It did not affect the originals, it looks like. It's just gonna be a trick to get those out of there because there's not a lot of room. Oh boy. Seat adjuster stuck too. Not really, but kind of. Oh, there. Looks like it's got nylocks on it, so I don't know. But as long as we can get this to dismount, if you can still hear me because of the wind, swap that other seat on real quick. It's out of our way. Ratcheting wrenches. Let's go do that. I brought the other seat back along, the other seat assembly I should say, so that we can just go ahead and slap it right on. Oh, much more better. Much more better. Come on. Sure. Dismount. Dismount. Okay, drop that to the ground. Good. We're doing great. Whew, it's cold. It would have been nice to get this thing in the shed. But this is where it trapped out. So until our carburetor kit gets here, this is probably where she'll sit. It's closer to the tools anyway. porcelains. So if you haven't seen this before, this is just a slider assembly that lets you have different positions, and your pan seat hinges to the front. The deluxe seat with the cushions uses the same affair, bolts to the seat. The 4-digit early ones, like the 1800, 1900, use the same slider on a different seat frame. So anyway, this should be more better for what we want. If I put you up there, you can see you just push it up, slide her back. This seat probably needs a bushing kit put in it too, but we're a long way from that. We first need to get this thing to run more better, then we'll worry about this. But that is more period correct to what this is supposed to have, and it matches my 770, so when you park the two tractors side by side, they're going to look very, very similar. So now we'll go back and rebuild the other seat. I just can't get over this fancy barbed wire pinstriping on there. I mean, good grief, look at that. That adds like 10 horsepower. We're gonna have to put that on something neat. Okay, so we're going to need to start with our roll pin punches in order that we might remove this from the frame. I'm also seeing something else strange here that I was thinking that there was roll pins in the front, but I guess not, because they're held in with all this. So yeah, that's one of the differences between the early style seat suspension, but that is neither here nor there. It has been my experience that you are better off to heat this up a little bit to try to break some of the bonds of rust, so that maybe at least you might have a chance of dismounting. So that's what we're gonna do. I'll also put that battery back in the tray so we don't blow it up, because I've done that and it's not fun. So that's what we'll do. Okay, I guess we'll start with heat. I need to also get my hammer. I think it's in the 1365 toolbox. I need to have everything ready so that when I start in, I can just start popping those out. Ain't that cute? It almost reaches, but not quite. Perfect. Okay, that was only slightly a struggle, as usual. I really need to get a longer hose on this tank set, because it's frustrating. Maybe get a dry fire starter too. I guess we'll take two. I think we're getting there. This one got wet, and it doesn't work when it's wet. But we'll fix that. We'll make it not wet. Not wet anymore. How about that? The trick is to melt these right off. Not really. The trick is to heat it where it doesn't melt. Let's start with that. That might be enough. We can always do more. Too small. I bet the one I need is missing in action. That's usually the way that goes. Get out of my way. Come on. There. Would be smart to get a pair of pliers to catch that. Okay. There we go. Lay that on the greasy platform so that it burns the shed to the ground. That's an important step. Don't forget. Now, whilst it is in this frame, though, a smart thing to maybe try would be to get some of the other ones out, because it will hold it for you, see? That's kind of that shape, although we've changed its composition a little bit as we heated it up. Man. Oh, you can do it. I think this is actually too big. I need the next size smaller, which I probably don't have handy. Huh. No, that's the size. I just got a lot of trash on it. Okay. Can we pull it out with the... See how stout it still is. It's still pretty stiff. Okay, let's go grind. These are kind of difficult because if you drive them this way, you're going against the... it gets wider at the bottom, is what I'm saying. And it's not going to work as easy for you. But such is life. Oh, and then see, you'll break it, and then that'll be the end of that. Or will it? Yes, it will. That's fine. I've driven many a thing out with this, so I got my money's worth. We'll worry about that later. Let's see if we can't get these others. While we're having a winning streak, we might as well. Is that the right one? Nope. Is it this one? Yep. I think these need more heating, but... Or we could just beat it relentlessly till something happens. Not really. These seat frames can either go really smooth, or you can have a ton of problems. This one is shaping up to become about halfway between the two choices. that went all the way to the ground, so that's good. That'll start a fire, so we're on the right track. Oh. Now I'll come to this side, and we'll fight and fight and fight. Maybe. Now we'll come to this side. Oh, there's still some slight springiness to my rubber, I guess. Just enough to cause us woes. Well, that's not what I wanted. Well, maybe it is. I can get to it. Well, that didn't work at all, did it? Get down there, you! Why are you causing me so much problems? We're trying to make you more better. God grief. There's that one's gone. Sure. Let's get the big one. And it's going to roll out. Excellent. That's going to make it work just so much better. Excellent. We're gonna struggle and struggle. There. Oh, geez. There. That was kind of a fight. Now, can we dismount? Now that our seat has decided to let us down. Come on! This is very frustrating. I mean, seriously. Oh. Oh. There. Seat, delete. Now, whilst we're here, should we try to get this out? Because it's usually a struggle too, which will require heat, probably. It would probably be better with a vice grip, which I don't have handy. Let me go get one. There's really no point in even trying. We'll just heat it to start a fire. That's the easiest way. Or not. And you can't even pick it up with your hand. Yeah, little rubber pieces. That's safe. Do something about that first. Now that it's heated, that should peel off. I hope so. Let's try that. Remember, it can't be tight if it's a liquid. Well, it's moving. And if memory serves, it's fine thread. So that'll be fantastic. Let's go back to trying to clamp on the washer. There. Okay, we're gonna fight. We're gonna go round and round. Just slow as can be. That's how this works. What's actually happened is it's flattened out in a couple places, so we're gonna have to get it turned above that, where it's not hitting the bar every time it goes around. Come on. There. That seems awfully easy. Something bad isn't getting ready to happen. Like the washer coming loose, which is what's happening. But now we can clamp to the other piece. We have enough sticking up that we can get it. Yep. There. We do it this way so we don't have to keep taking the vice grip loose. I hope so. Almost. Not quite. So close. Yes. Okay. Well, that fixed that problem. I almost think, how burning hot is that now? Let's put this back in loosely just to protect the threads so that it doesn't get junk in it. And now we're ready to go work on the seat itself. As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. That helps out the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Leave a comment. Tell me that you liked it or tell me that you hated it. Tell me I'm a moron. I really don't care, but anything that you say helps us out too. So thank you again, as always, for watching, and I will see you in the next one.